everyone, welcome to my channel Culinary Vlogs by Z. My name is Zakia and I'm still sharing with you some Heritage Month recipes, so stay tuned. Today we are making a classic traditional milk tart or milk tart, also known as a South African dessert, which has a crusty thin base and has a custard filling. So often we tend to make new things as we forget about the old traditional classic recipes that always tasted amazing when we had friends and family over. This particular recipe I got from my sister-in-law's mum, Auntie Shada, from Overport in Durban. So I hope that you are all going to try this recipe because it is absolutely delicious. So let's quickly get started on making our milk tart base. To make the base, I'm going to start by adding 250 grams of butter. Beat the butter for a few seconds. Then I'm going to add in 1 egg, half a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and half a cup of sugar. And then beat this all together again. Once you've done this, add in about 1.5 teaspoons of sifted baking powder and about 2 cups of sifted flour. And then just mix this until you get a lovely dough. And because we used melted butter, my dough is still a bit soft, so I'm going to add in a little bit of flour. And this is the consistency of the dough that you need to get for the base. And you can see that it is a lovely soft dough. Taking 2 of these milk tart trays, and these are about 25 centimeters in diameter, I'm going to separate my dough by 2 and then add half in each milk tart tray. But before we do that, don't forget to grease the tray. All that hard work for nothing. We don't want the milk tart to stick to the tray. And then place the half onto your milk tart tray and flatten it. Take it right to the base and flatten it to the top of the sides. And that's 1 tray done, so let me start with the next one. And now place both these trays in the oven and bake this at 150 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. And once it's baked, I like to take a spoon and just flatten it down a bit so that I get a nice base to place the custard filling on. To start with the custard filling, I'm going to add in 1 liter of full cream milk. To this, I'm going to add in 1.5 tablespoons of butter. And then on medium heat, I'm just going to wait for the butter to melt. While we're waiting for the butter to melt into the milk, I'm going to add in a jug 3 eggs, 3/4 cups of sugar, 3 tablespoons of maizena or cornflour, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and half a teaspoon of elachi or cardamom powder. Beat these ingredients until you get a lovely thick paste. Once you find the butter has melted and the milk starts bubbling a little, but not boiled, add in your paste And make sure you continuously stir so that it doesn't burn at the bottom of the pot, and the milk tart, or the custard filling rather, will actually start thickening. And it's been 5 minutes since we put in the paste, and it's still quite runny. Don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to leave this for a while on medium heat until it thickens completely. And now it's been 10 minutes and you can see how lovely, thick and creamy the custard mixture looks. And if you leave it aside, you'll see it's actually bubbling as well. Can you see that? And this is when we need to switch off the stove. Pour the custard mix over the base and make sure you're pouring half in each base. Then taking a spoon, spread over the custard filling so that it spreads evenly across the base. And do this. And these look so beautiful at the moment, but we're not done yet. And taking a tea strainer, I'm just going to lightly dust with some ground cinnamon. And here's my milk tart that's ready to be placed into the refrigerator for about 10 minutes to set. And milk tart is obviously served best when it's cold. I hope you're going to enjoy making this milk tart recipe, and don't forget to let me know in the comment section if you do try it. Until the next vlog, happy baking!